What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be doing the analysis of Manchester United's last game that we took up in match day 3 in the UEFA Champions League. We took up Benfica away in Lisbon. So yeah, let's crack into this video and let's talk about the starting 11. There's 4 changes made. Let's start and let's talk about that first. So first off, we had De Gea in goal, so the goalkeeper was not changed. We had Valencia, Lindelof, Smalling, Blind, Herrera, Matic, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Rashford and Lukaku. So, the changes that were made were Lindelof that came in, Blind came in, Mata came in and Rashford came in. So he dropped Jones from the last game in the Premier League. He also dropped Darmian. He also dropped Ashley Young. And he also dropped Martial. So, all I'm going to say is in this video, I do not want to see Ashley Young playing with Mkhitaryan, because there's just too many wingers on the pitch. Okay? So, in the next game, when we play Huddersfield, I want to see Mata on that pitch. I don't want to see Ashley Young playing up there. We either play Young left back or right back, wherever he's belonging, but he's not playing in right midfield or right wing or whatever you want to call it, really. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it. So basically, in the first half, we wanted to get off with a nice quick start. Any team would love to get away with a nice quick start. The passing was good. We were composed on the ball. We weren't worried about anything. We were just, going with the game, really. Like I was saying in the last analysis, that Benfica is a decent side. So we weren't just going to come into this game thinking this game is going to be easy. You guys might be saying, oh, Benfica could be easy. Well, they're not. They're actually a decent side to play against. Jose Mourinho said in his press conference that this game is going to be one of the toughest in the group. In this game, it was crucial to get the win, because we are now closer of qualifying and getting through to the Champions League round of 16. It's still not over yet. The games are not over yet. We've got till December to get the job done. So anything can happen. I know we might be the best. We might. Yes, we're at the top of the league, but we have to keep going. We have to keep playing like as we are right now. So I wouldn't say the first half was boring. Now, I was saying to Tom at half time, I said to him, throughout the whole game, I was noticing that throughout the first half, we were always offside. Now, we couldn't beat the offside trap whatsoever. We needed to time our runs earlier, get the ball, pass the ball a lot more earlier. We couldn't even time our runs. So we couldn't time our runs. We couldn't do anything, right? So we kept on getting offside. It was an offside kept on coming our way. We just had to time our runs earlier, get pass the ball earlier, and make sure we can beat the offside trap. That's what really annoyed me in that game. So yeah. I felt like, during the game I felt like Benfica were a bit dirty in the game because they were just throwing in tackles. Now the likes of Matic and Lindelof, it's their former club, so obviously they would want to do something to them obviously, to Matic and Lindelof, because they used to play for Benfica. Benfica's defence was organised. So as we were saying, to talk about the offside trap, their defence was organised at the back. They knew what they were doing. So they were looking out for the likes of Rashford, Lukaku and Martial. Yes, Martial did not start, but even though it's just one of those players that they have to look out for, because they've got a load of pace in them. Anything can get past them. Benfica were creating chances at goal. Benfica were more in control of the first half. They were tested De Gea for sure. When we would have possession, it looked like we were not looking up and not looking around us, and we were just like passing it to to one of the Benfica players, which leads that we're losing possession all the time. It took our time to find our A game as well. Between the minute of 35 and 42, this is the time where we're starting to create chances, getting the crosses into the box, start creating chances at goal. Our crosses weren't the best at the same time, because they would either just fall to the defence, they would either go deep or go too far, or the defence would just clear it, really, because they know that Lukaku is one of those players that is going to be where Lukaku is going to be in the defence's pocket, really. Between those minutes, we were starting to test their goalkeeper, and then we kept on having corners, and again some of the balls went long and stuff like that. Some of them we just couldn't get on our heads. I think in this game it was, again, we needed probably Pogba and Fellaini. Maybe Fellaini more, because Fellaini's, I don't know who's taller, but obviously we need height in our games as well nowadays as well. So that's how Fellaini's been getting on the score sheet recently, because he's been getting those headers in at the back post. So yeah, I felt like we needed Fellaini in that game to help us out, really. I felt like we could have done a bit more. We should have had a free kick outside the box with Mata. I felt like the ref was a bit not so good in the first half. For the last 4 minutes of the half, Benfica had more chances at goal, but they just weren't clinical enough at goal. Second half, at the break, Jose Mourinho would have been talking about the offside trap. That was one of the main keys about that first half that he would have had to talk about at the half-time break. Like I mentioned before, we were timing our runs and passing the ball earlier, and to beat the offside trap, what do we go and do? We get another offside once again. So again, we just couldn't time our runs. But after that, throughout the whole second half, for the rest of the half, we had any offsides after that offside coming straight back into the second half. But anyway, we wanted to get off with another quick start to the half. Benfica were created chances once the whistle went for the beginning of the second half. We could see that they were dangerous at times. We managed to stick together defensive-wise. United, we were more in control in the second half, as we had more possession in the second half. As the game was going on, Benfica were giving stupid fouls, and then one led to Mkhitaryan got fouled. This is how from my perspective, I gotta say Rashford did really well to score this. So basically, Rashford stepped up to take the free kick. I'm not sure if he meant it, basically, but the ball went over the line. So basically, it looked like a cross, but at the same time, it was a goal. So it crossed the line. The goalkeeper tried to keep the ball on the line, but it went over the line, and we were claiming for the goal. Nothing came up on the watch for the assistant, but it came up on the watch for the ref. So the ref awarded us the goal. So that's how we got the goal, really. As we were in more control of the second half, we were creating more chances at goal, getting the ball out wide and getting the ball to Rashford and Mata. Again, I think this game was Mata's game. Probably Mkhitaryan didn't have the best of games once again. But yeah, Mourinho then did a couple of subs. He brought off Rashford as he was injured. So yeah, we need him this weekend for Huddersfield. So I'm hoping he's going to be all right to play this weekend, because we really need him, really. And because if If he's not alright, then that's going to add to the injury list, which we don't want that to happen, because we've already just got Pogba, Fellaini, Rashford, then we've got Rojo that's still out, Ibra that is still out, so we're struggling at the moment with injuries, so they're going to have to come back thick and fast. So yeah, we also brought on Lingard for Mata, and Mkhitaryan went off for McTominay. It's good to see McTominay, the young lad, coming on as well. I felt like we should have scored more goals in that game than one goal. I felt like we deserved more goals in that game for sure as the game was progressing. I'm not going to give any negativity throughout the game, because this game was like a crucial game where we had to win it, and we because we're close of qualifying, getting into the round of 16. But we shouldn't be really giving negativity about the game. Yes, we only got one goal. Yes, we only scored one goal. But at the same time, you've got to think about it. Benfica were a decent side. They were up for it. We were up for it. The better side came out, and it was us in the end. So if I was you, just stop complaining about it. At the end of the day, we won. So I wouldn't give any negativity about the game. Yes, we only got one goal. Yes, we deserved more goals than them in the second half. Yes, we had more control in the second half. Yes, we had more possession, but that's how football goes, guys. So yeah, we had a great chance with Martial. He should have cut it back and passed it to Lukaku, but as he was more open. But at the same time, there was players around him. But there was actually more players around Martial, so he should have really passed it back to Lukaku, and that was again, the defence was worried about Lukaku again, so that's the second time in a row how so then Lukaku could have a crack at goal. I felt like Lukaku should have done a little bit more in that game. They should have got the ball to him a little bit more in that game for sure. The key was to get the ball to him and let him have a crack at goal, like I just said. Just said then that Benfica's defence was more worried about Lukaku. So that's the same. That's twice in a row with 2 games now where Liverpool's defence was worried about Lukaku and Benfica's defence as well. So he's got to have to rise that game against Huddersfield for sure, because it's not very long now. We've only got today, tomorrow, and then we've got another game the next day. So yeah, was the red card fair? So I'm actually going to leave that in the poll for you guys to go and vote about the red card. So basically, this defender got a red card because he put in a rough tackle on someone. He got a yellow card, and then that was like to say, one more challenge, you're going off really. So it was all going clean for him for the rest of this first half. He got his first yellow card within the first 5 minutes of the game. Nothing happened for the 40 minutes of the rest of the game. As the game progressed in the second half, when it got to about the 92nd minute, he then put in another rough challenge into Mkhitaryan, I think went off. So I don't know who it was on. So yeah, went in another rough tackle. And he knew he was already booked, so he got shown another yellow card, and he was off for a red card. So yeah, I have to say they were dirty in the. I have to say that Benfica were dirty in the game. We could see a red card in that game. So there you go. They've got a red card. At the end of the day, he's probably going to have a 1-match ban. Usually, I don't know. It depends what the UEFA come out with. If they say, he's going to have a 1-match ban, or if it's going to be 2, we don't know. But as long as that, he will be not playing against Manchester United at Old Trafford. So yeah, but at the end of the day, we scored 1 goal. We could have scored more goals. We knew it was going to be a tough game, like I was saying in the group. We also knew it was going to be a decent side. I'm not just going to repeat myself because I said this earlier, but anyway, we should have done a lot more, but at the end of the day, we won. We got the clean sheet. We got the 3 points. We're at the top of the table. Our next game is against Huddersfield now. Huddersfield are new to the Premier League. They have to adapt and to change their game plan now, as it's not the same as the Championship. Lukaku needs to get back on the score sheet as quick as possible, and according to FIFA it says he's out of form, so he needs to pick up his game and pull up his socks and to do something now, because he's not scored now for the last 2 games. Shut up. And he needs to try and get the job done for us, really. We're going to have to absolutely turn them over and really give them a bad day, and just completely, because look at that gap now, what City's opened up with the goal difference. It's about 6 now. So we need to pick up the game. City are playing another easy squad. Burnley at home for them, so they're going to thrash them with the form that they're in at the moment. So we're going to have to really give Huddersfield a really bad day and just score as many goals as we can. And we're going to have to really go at Huddersfield. So we're going to have to really give them a tough day, a bad day for sure, and let's see what the outcome is. We've got to have to get Lukaku back on that score sheet, because like I was saying, according to FIFA, he's out of form. So he's going to have to step up his game another level to get the job done for us. At the end of the day, we should have scored more goals, but we were the better side at the end of the day in the second half. We know how Benfica play now, so then we can take it and go for it, and we can play, and then we can play them back at Old Trafford. So yeah, my man of the match. Now, basically, I think De Gea had a great game. Yes, he didn't have many saves to do, but at the same time he had to do a couple of saves. So yeah, the defense did great in the game. I wouldn't give it one of the defenders. I think the only person I can give this man of the match to is Rashford, just because of that goal. I don't think anyone can score a goal like that. So yeah, that's my man of the match. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Smash the like button, and also comment down below of what you want me to improve in my videos. And subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed to my channel already. And I'll see you guys in a new video next week on Sunday. And peace out.